She butt-dialed me while talking to her ex. I heard her say, "I miss you, he's just keeping my bed warm until you come back." 20 minutes later, she texted, "Dinner tonight?" I replied, "Already ate with someone who actually wants me in her bed." She's been banging on my door since midnight. Hey viewers, huge thanks to everyone who's already subscribed. We're getting super close to 10,000. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and help us reach that milestone. I'm 32M and work as a physical therapist. Been dating Claire, 28F, for about 8 months. We've been exclusive since month 3, spending most weekends together, and I thought things were getting serious. Claire's always been protective of her phone, but I figured that was normal. Everyone's got their privacy boundaries. She mentioned her ex Derek a few times early on, said he moved to Denver for work about a year ago. Always talked about him like it was completely over, even said she was relieved when he left because the relationship was toxic. Yesterday, I'm at home doing laundry when my phone rings around 3 p.m. Claire's contact pops up, but when I answer, I just hear muffled background noise. About to hang up when I realize she's talking to someone and doesn't know she called me. I'm listening to what sounds like a quiet park or outdoor area when I hear Claire's voice clearly. "Derek, God, it's so good to see you. I missed you so much." My stomach drops. Derek's supposed to be in Denver. Male voice responds, "I missed you too, babe. You look amazing." "I can't believe you're actually here. How long are you staying?" "Just the weekend. Had to fly in for work and thought I'd surprise you." "This is the best surprise ever. I've been thinking about you constantly." "What about your boyfriend? Jake, right?" Hearing my name makes this real in a way that hits like a punch. "What about him?" "Derek, you know you're the only one I've ever really loved. Jake's just... he's keeping my bed warm until you figured out you wanted to come back." "Come on, you can't mean that." "I absolutely mean that. Derek, I've been waiting for you to realize we belong together. Jake's a nice guy, but he's not you. He's just there so I'm not alone while you get your head straight." "Does he know that?" Claire laughs. "Of course not. He thinks we're building this great relationship. It's actually kind of sweet how much he cares. And you don't feel bad about that?" "A little, but Derek, we've been together since college. Jake's been around 8 months. There's no comparison." "So what happens now?" "Now you tell me you want to try again, and I stop wasting time pretending Jake matters." "I do want to try again. That's why I'm here." "Then it's settled. I'll deal with Jake tomorrow, and we can start over." "How are you going to handle that?" "I don't know yet. Maybe I'll just ghost him for a few days and he'll get the hint. Or make up some excuse about needing space." The casual cruelty in her voice is unbelievable. 8 months of my life thinking we were building something real, and she's planning to ghost me for her ex who flew in for the weekend. The call ends and I'm standing in my living room holding my phone, trying to process what I just heard. She's been using me as a placeholder this entire time, waiting for Derek to come back. 20 minutes later, my phone buzzes with a text from Claire. "Hey babe, dinner tonight? I'm craving that Thai place we went to last week." The audacity is breathtaking. She just finished telling Derek she's going to dump me tomorrow, and now she wants dinner like nothing happened. I stare at the message for a full minute, then type, "Already ate with someone who actually wants me in her bed." Send it and immediately block her number. Then I call my friend Jess. We've been close friends for about 2 years. Always had this underlying chemistry, but never acted on it because I was with Claire. Jess works at the hospital next to our clinic, and we grab coffee regularly. "Hey Ryan, what's up?" "Jess, are you free for dinner tonight?" And I mean as an actual date, not just friends hanging out. That's oddly specific. What happened with Claire? She butt-dialed me while telling her ex I'm just keeping her bed warm until he comes back. Holy crap, yeah, I'm free. Pick me up at 7. I spend the next few hours working out at the gym, burning off the anger and betrayal. By the time I shower and get ready, I'm feeling more clear-headed than hurt. Dinner with Jess is incredible. We go to the steakhouse uptown and actually talk about real things. Our work, her plans to go back to school, my idea of opening my own practice eventually. She listens when I talk and asks follow-up questions. We laugh about inside jokes and she tells me stories I've never heard before. "This is really nice," she says over dessert. "We should have done this ages ago." I was dating someone. I know. What was that like? The butt dial thing? Horrible in the moment, but honestly it saved me from wasting more time on someone who never saw me as permanent. That's a good way to look at it. Her loss. Definitely her loss. We go back to my place around 10 p.m. Jess has been there before for group hangouts, but this feels completely different. We're watching some movie when she moves closer on the couch. I've wanted to do this for months, she says, and kisses me. Why didn't you? Because you were with someone, and I respect that. But you're not with someone anymore. She stays the night. Not just for physical reasons, but because we're genuinely enjoying each other. We talk until almost 1 a.m. about everything from work to childhood stories. When she falls asleep next to me, it feels more natural than anything with Claire ever did. Around midnight, my doorbell starts ringing, then pounding on the door. I check my peephole and see Claire standing there looking frantic. She's probably been trying to call and realized I blocked her. The pounding gets louder and more desperate. Jess wakes up. What's all that noise? My ex apparently found out I'm not sitting around waiting for her to dump me. Should we answer it? Absolutely not. The pounding continues for about 15 minutes, then stops. I look through the peephole and see Claire walking back to her car, checking her phone. This morning there's a handwritten note tucked into my door handle. Ryan, I know you're upset, but this is insane. We need to talk about what you think you heard. You're throwing away everything we built over a misunderstanding. Call me. I throw the note in the trash and make coffee for Jess, who's already getting ready for her shift. You okay? She asks. Better than I've been in months, actually. Good, because I'd really like to do this again. The dinner or the sleepover? Both. Definitely both. Claire's car was gone when I left for work, but something tells me this isn't over. She probably expected me to be devastated and begging for explanations, not moving on immediately with someone better. Too bad. Placeholder boyfriends have expiration dates, and mine just ran out. Update 1, 72 hours later. The last 3 days have been educational. Thanks for all the comments and support. Good to see most people think accidentally confessing to using someone deserves immediate consequences. So Claire's reaction to being cut off has been predictably dramatic. She spent Monday trying to reach me through every possible channel. First, she showed up at my clinic during lunch. She told the receptionist she needed to speak with me urgently about a family matter. The receptionist called back to my office. Ryan, there's someone here asking for you? Says it's about family? I walk to the waiting area and see Claire standing there, looking like she hasn't slept much. Ryan, thank God, we need to talk immediately. No, we don't. You need to leave. This is ridiculous. You're acting like a child over a phone call you misunderstood. Misunderstood? You told Derek I was keeping your bed warm and you were planning to ghost me. You don't understand the context. Several patients in the waiting room are staring at us now. Claire, this is my workplace. You can't be here causing scenes. Then come outside and talk to me like an adult. There's nothing to talk about. You made your choice when you decided to meet up with Derek. It wasn't like that. It was exactly like that. You told him you'd been waiting for him to come back and I was just there so you wouldn't be alone. She looks around and realizes we have an audience. Fine, but this conversation isn't over. I walk back to my office and she eventually leaves. My supervisor comes by later. Everything all right? That seemed pretty heated. Ex-girlfriend drama. It's handled. Okay, just keep personal stuff from disrupting patient care. Monday evening, Claire tried a different approach. She had her friend Amy come to my apartment building. Amy calls my buzzer around 8 p.m. Ryan, it's Amy, Claire's friend. Can I come up? I just want to talk. No thanks, Amy. 5 minutes. Claire is devastated, and I think there's been a huge misunderstanding. There's no misunderstanding. Claire can explain the whole situation to Derek. Derek? What does Derek have to do with anything? Ask Claire. I hung up the intercom and Amy eventually left. Tuesday brought another attempt. Claire's sister Megan called me. They've always been close, and Claire probably thought family would carry more weight. Ryan, Claire told me you two broke up over some kind of miscommunication. She's really upset about this. It wasn't miscommunication, Megan. I heard her tell her ex that I was temporary. I don't understand. What ex? Derek. He was visiting from Denver and she told him she'd been waiting for him to come back. Long pause. Derek was in town? She didn't mention that to anyone. Now you know why. Ryan, are you absolutely sure about what you heard? I'm sure about what she said. She called me a placeholder keeping her bed warm. Another pause. Oh my God, I had no idea she was even still in contact with him. Neither did I until she accidentally called me during their reunion. The conversation ended awkwardly. Megan sounded genuinely shocked, which tells me Claire's been spinning a very different story to her family. Yesterday brought Claire's final desperate move. She somehow found out where Jess and I were having breakfast and showed up. We're sitting by the window at this little cafe when I see Claire's car pull up. That's her, I tell Jess. Your ex? She's pretty. And apparently following us around. You want to leave? No. I want to see what kind of person uses someone for 8 months. Claire walks in, spots us immediately, and comes straight to our table. She looks like she's been crying for days. Ryan, we need to talk. Now. We really don't. Who is this? She asks, staring at Jess. Someone who actually wants to be with me, Jess says calmly. Claire's face goes red. Are you kidding me? You're already with someone else? I'm with someone, period. You were with Derek. I wasn't with Derek. We just met to talk. You told him you loved him and had been waiting for him to come back. I was confused. He surprised me, and I said things I didn't mean. Jess is watching this like she's studying a psychology case. Claire, even if that were true, you also said I was temporary and you were planning to ghost me. That's not confusion, that's planning. I would never ghost you. You literally discussed the best way to dump me. Derek asked how you were going to handle it. I wasn't thinking clearly. You were thinking very clearly. You were planning your future with him while keeping me around as backup. Other people in the cafe are starting to notice the drama. Claire realizes she's making a scene. Fine, she says, voice getting shrill. Throw away 8 months for some rebound who doesn't even know you, but don't expect me to wait around while you realize this was a mistake. I won't be realizing that, I say. She storms out, gets in her car, and speeds off. Well, that was something, Jess says. She really thought you'd take her back. She thought I'd be devastated and grateful for any explanation she offered. What's scary is how convinced she seemed that she hadn't done anything wrong. Some people can justify anything to themselves. We haven't heard from Claire since yesterday. No more calls, texts, or surprise visits. Either she finally accepted reality or she's back with Derek, planning their future. Jess and I are taking things day by day, but it's going really well. She's meeting my parents this weekend. I'm meeting hers next month. Normal relationship progression with someone who actually sees me as permanent. The butt dial was the best thing that could have happened. Without it, I might have spent months more being Claire's backup plan while thinking I was her priority. Final update. 2 weeks later. Time to close this chapter. It's been 2 weeks since Claire's accidental confession, and the aftermath has played out exactly like you'd expect from someone who got caught using people. After the cafe confrontation, Claire went quiet for about a week. No more surprise visits, no more friend interventions, no more desperate attempts to explain. I figured she'd either accepted reality or was too busy with Derek to bother. Turns out it was neither. Last Friday, Jess mentioned she'd gotten a strange message on social media from someone claiming to know me. The message was from a fake account, but it was obviously Claire. Your new boyfriend isn't who you think he is. He has serious commitment issues and dumped me over nothing. He's using you to make me jealous. Ask him about his anger problems. Jess showed me the message. Anger problems? News to me. What should I say back? Nothing. Block the account. But the message continued. I'm trying to save you from getting hurt like I did. He can't handle when relationships get serious. Ask him why he was so threatened by me having coffee with a friend. That crossed a line. Jess started typing back. Actually, I know about the butt dial call. You told Derek that Ryan was keeping your bed warm until Derek came back. You called him temporary and planned to dump him. Don't message me again. She blocked the account immediately. Sorry, she says. I should have just ignored it. It's fine. At least now she knows you heard the actual conversation. Think she'll leave us alone now? Probably. She can't manipulate someone who has the facts. We haven't heard from Claire since then. No more fake social media accounts or mystery messages. Yesterday I ran into her sister Megan at the grocery store. We'd always gotten along when Claire and I were together. Ryan, hey, how are you doing? Good, Megan. You? I'm okay. I wanted to apologize for that phone call last week. After we talked, I confronted Claire about Derek. And? She eventually admitted he was in town and they met up, said it was just closure, that nothing happened. Did you believe her? Megan shakes her head. The way she talked about it, how defensive she got, I don't think she was being completely honest about what happened between them. Probably not. I'm sorry, Ryan. You were always good to her and good to our family. She really messed up. I appreciate that. Are you happy with your new girlfriend? Claire mentioned you were seeing someone. Very happy. Jess is amazing. Good. You deserve someone who appreciates you. That conversation meant more than I expected. Getting validation from Claire's own family that I wasn't the problem felt like final closure. Jess and I are doing great. She met my parents last weekend, and they loved her immediately. Mom told me privately that Jess seems so much more genuine than Claire ever did. Dad said she's the first girlfriend I've brought home who seemed genuinely interested in our family instead of just being polite. We're planning a trip to visit Jess's family next month. Normal relationship milestones with someone who sees them as steps forward, not obstacles to manage around her ex. The revenge wasn't elaborate or planned. It was just walking away from someone who didn't value me and letting her live with the consequences of her own words. Claire thought she could keep me as a backup plan while waiting for Derek to commit. Instead, her accidental honesty freed me to find someone infinitely better. She wanted to have her cake and eat it too. Instead, she lost the cake and ended up with nothing but fake social media accounts to hide behind. The butt dial was the universe giving me exactly the information I needed to stop wasting my time on someone who never saw me as permanent. Now I'm with someone who chose me intentionally, not someone who kept me around by default. That's the difference between being wanted and being convenient. Claire taught me that lesson perfectly, just not the way she intended.